AITA for kicking my mom out of my place after she kicked my boyfriend out? My F26 mom and stepdad got divorced 6 months ago. She doesn't work and couldn't afford rent, so we the family agreed to take turns in letting her stay with us. I own an apartment and live alone and have plans to move my boyfriend of 6 months later. Mom moved in with me a month ago. She can be very conservative. She started acting bossy and had an attitude especially towards my boyfriend. E.g., she took the copy of the key to the apartment that I gave to my boyfriend saying we haven't been together long to trust him with my key, and gave scenarios of him going in to steal when we're out. She left him waiting outside several times for showing up late, which was as late as 7 p.m. She never agrees to let him stay the night and throws tantrums and get too paranoid when that happens, then complains she couldn't sleep all night knowing there was a stranger in the apartment. She did other things and set ridiculous rules for my friends, but that another story. So I was getting fed up after talking to her, telling her I'm not a little girl and she had to respect that it's my place. Yesterday I was on my period and was in bed all day. Mom was out all day. She came home and I asked if she was going to cook dinner. I was hungry and had no energy to stand. She said she already eaten out and that I should keep my stomach empty when I'm in period pain. I ignored her and texted my boyfriend. He said he was on his way and brought food and pain medication. This was at 6, by the way. He said he needed an hour, so I decided to rest before he arrived. But he came early. Andy was still in bed at the time when Mom opened the door. I woke up to her screaming. I walked out and found her arguing with him at the door, refusing to let him in. She was saying it was late and he should leave. I told her to step aside and let him come in, but she pitched a fit saying there was no way in hell she was going to stay up till the morning because there's a stranger in the apartment. I said he's not a stranger, he's my boyfriend. She said in her eyes, he's a stranger till he does the logical thing and put a ring on it. I got mad and said she was acting like a crazy old woman right now. She reminded me she's my mother, but I reminded her it's my place. She turned and said to him, "You can leave the food here and go home. It's getting late. Besides, she's on her period, so she's useless to you tonight." My boyfriend walked away, leaving the food and medication. I went off on her and yelled that she was out of line and needed to pack her things and leave, cause I don't want her in my place after this stunt. She didn't think I was serious till pulled her bags and called an Uber. She then started crying and guilting me, then left to my brother's place. My brother was fuming, saying I was supposed to host her till end of August and said Mom didn't do anything and it was disgraceful that I did this to her over some guy. He's been mad along with the others at my behavior and told me check myself, apologize, and offer to take her in NTA, and please let us know how long your brother is able to put up with her. NTA. Change the locks. NTA. Your bro is big mad because he doesn't want the crazy old bat in his home all summer. Here's the thing. None of you is responsible for housing her. She can get a job and house herself. NTA. You invited a guest over, and she was deliberately rude to your guest, refusing to let him in despite your invitation into your own home. If she wants to live off of charity, she needs to be charitable. Instead, she was deliberately rude. Also, where the heck did she get the idea that you should be kept hungry when you have your period? I know that it makes me very, very hungry. Your boyfriend was considerate, bringing you food and medicine, while she was, again, deliberately cruel to you when you were feeling unwell. You need food, with protein and iron, especially when bleeding. And she was rude to you. as well, implying that you would mean nothing to your boyfriend if you weren't well enough for sex. Apparently your father and stepfather must have been horrible. To not care for her as a person and only as a sex object. To make her think that this is a normal way to think about someone you love. NTA. Well done for finally standing up to her. I hope she learns a lesson about being a choosy beggar. Your house. Your rules. NTA and WTF. You are an adult, not a child. She has no business taking keys, etc. And, she's of no use to you. What doesn't she think he's only coming around to F you? Don't bother answering, I think we both know it's yes. And I'm thinking we know why your brother is so pissed. He probably doesn't want Nightmare Mama at his place. NTA. Your mom is a complete control freak. Don't let her come back. NTA. You're an adult and it's your place. She needs to respect your rules. Your brother is mad because he doesn't want to deal with her bullshit either. I'd be petty and give boyfriend money for an inexpensive ring that fits one of my middle fingers. And say, look, he's not a stranger anymore. He put a ring on it. But that is guaranteed to not go over well, so I don't necessarily recommend it. NTA. It's your home. If your guest can't behave respectfully, she needs to go. NTA. Though I can understand why your brother doesn't want her, she's not his responsibility either. What exactly is your mother doing while she's out all day? Anyway? Looking for a job, I hope. If anything, you should have put her in her place a lot sooner than you did. Definitely NTA. She should be thankful for you opening your home to her. Which you're not obligated to do. She did many things over the course of days. You didn't ask her to leave after the first thing she did. Which is what I would have done. You gave a chance after a chance, but she keeps pressing you and pushing your boundaries each and every time worse than before. She's a guest and she couldn't comprehend that and kept pushing her luck. Respect is earned. She didn't respect you or your relationship. Why should you tolerate it? NTA. Change your locks. Your family doesn't want to deal with her and will assuredly try to push her back on you. She needs a job, and to get her own place. If she can shout down your BF, she can be an annoying workmate somewhere. Info. Does she get alimony? She needs to take that and find her own place. Maybe get a job too. How long did your family agree to take turns hosting her? A year. Indefinitely. Or until she burns every bridge? NTA. It's your place and she's a guest, mother or not. NTA. You are an adult and she is staying at your place. She has no right to try to dictate who will visit and when. All she needs to say is thank you for your hospitality. NTA. She cannot make or dictate rules in a home that is not her own. She was there on your own goodwill. So she should be thankful. I don't think I would have thrown her out quite the way you did. But you were well within your rights to do it. The way she has treated your boyfriend is unacceptable. NTA. In the least you're 26 and she can't let you make your own decisions. Nope. I'd be saying bye too. NTA. You're an adult with your own place. And she's treating you like you're 12 years old under her own roof. Until she can see you as an adult who can make your own life decisions and respect you for it. You're not at fault. Your brother says she didn't do anything? She made judgments and interferences in your relationship. And imposed unreasonable limitations on your social life. NTA. Your brother is mad because he doesn't want his mother, the control freak, spending extra time in his home. You're an adult, not a child. and you let your mother stay rent-free in your home. She could get a job and her own place. Instead, she acted like your apartment belonged to her. I bet even if you married your boyfriend, she'd still find ways to drive him out. It sounds like she just doesn't like him, or maybe she's possessive of your time and doesn't want you to spend it with him. My F26 mom and stepdad got divorced 6 months ago. She doesn't work and couldn't afford rent. She can be very conservative. So your very conservative mom doesn't have a job, lives off other people, and has been married and divorced, presumably, twice already. Sounds about right. NTA. By the way,
if you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.